Welcome back to Dream of Mirror Online. Last time we finished up the mortuary quest by the skin of our teeth. I really nearly got myself killed, but it was a fun fight actually. I enjoyed how challenging it was. And today there is a special surprise. It is December 20th as of the day I'm recording, and Domo was closed for quite a while. I was actually worried that the server was crashed, but it turns out they were closing it for a Christmas update. And I am going to do a little tour of the town, showing you all of the stuff they've set up here. And I need to get my camera zoomed out as much as possible, and I will try to showcase everything in town. And I'm also going to later on log in as my other character, Mian Mian, and show you and try to see if any of the other locations in the game have upgrades based on the Christmas. It may only be Eversun City since it's the main hub city, but you can see there are a ton of Christmas trees around and it's very cute. I was so worried the game was broken. I just couldn't log in, it would crash. Turns out it was a server upgrade and it was just closed temporarily. Do wish there was a message about that, but you know what, this makes up for it. I'm very happy. It's such a cute game. Always playing it makes me so happy. I'll be so sad if it ever goes offline again, but for now, let us enjoy it. There is a huge Christmas tree here. And I think there's another one in the square, and there are a lot of snowmen hanging around. And honestly, a big part of today is now going to be tour Eversun and its new Christmas decorations, because I definitely want to get that on camera. So here we are. I'm using Control P to hide the other players because, as I've said, I do find that Eversun's main hub does tend to crash if a lot of players are in it. At least when I'm recording with OBS at the same time. That might be a little bit too much system strain for it. And I mean, that's on me, of course, because I'm recording. But here we are. The Christmas tree is very cute. It even rotates. Oh, it's so cute. And we have a lot of snowmen, and I got stuck on that ledge. Oh, look! Oh my goodness. That's so cute. Right in front of right next to the recycling brother. He has a granddad snowman and a little boy snowman, so I guess those are his family now. Right. Anything at the inn? Yes, we have a few more snowmen here. Very cute. And I do see another big Christmas tree over here. It looks like it's the same design, but it's a little bit bigger than the one in the other area, I think. I'm just looking because I'm really excited. It's so neat. It's hard to get a good view of it, of course, with my character right here, but I'm trying. I wonder if there's anything in the well area. Probably not. Although, honestly, that poor watchman, I think he has been guarding that well since 2005, so he really deserves a good holiday. He probably has been. Oh no, he doesn't get a snowman. Neither does Valencia. Oh well, the watchman does not get a good holiday. That's okay, he'll live. I suppose. Alright, after I've shown off of the decorations in Eversun City, I am going to be picking up Blademaster for a little bit. I had wanted to do some collection of crafting materials, alchemy materials offline, but, well, off camera, and then do some crafting and have my alchemy at a higher level, but that was not possible because the server was closed for the Christmas update, so that's no problem. I will just do that another day. It's going to take me quite a while. I actually spent all of my money on the 500 durability incense, so that'll take a while to collect all of it, so it's not really worth doing yet. And I do have access to the in-basement, but the monsters there are a little bit... They hit a bit harder, and I would rather have better armor for that. I feel like going in there with level 10 armor will be a recipe for pain. Alright, so there is a huge Christmas tree here in the center of town. In fact, I'm going to have to zoom out here like this before we actually get close to it because it's far too big. Once I get closer to it, the camera won't be able to show all of it. And you know, one thing the game does, and you'll see it more when I'm able to fly and we can see the mountains, is that it puts all of the very far background details into just a single color silhouette. And as you get closer, they start getting more and more detailed. I really like it. It's very artsy. You can see here, it's very attractive and it's done really nicely. I'm sure you could say, oh well, there are newer games which do it better, but I think that, again, for the time this game was made, it is really graphically impressive, especially because it's for the PC. It's very pretty. And it's still just a joy to play even now. And so mostly it's the same. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there are a lot of snowmen here. Oh my goodness, you can actually attack them! I'm guessing that they had to make them an enemy in order to make them models in the game that show up. And they have HP. You can actually kill them, my goodness, but they can't attack you, and they're just a level 1 commoner. Oh my goodness. The tree is not an enemy though, but those snowmen are. I don't think I want to kill the snowmen. That seems very rude. So there is a little bit more to see. There are more snowmen here, and they also can be attacked. Oh, they have little designs on the back. One has a wheel. Oh, they're so cute. I've never seen this before. All right, these are transparent. Not transparent, they're intangible. I can walk through them. I've never seen this before, and I played this a lot back in the day. I wonder if this is something that's newer. It's so cute. Oh, and I don't celebrate Christmas, and also I'm a loser, so I'm never doing anything on the holidays anyway, so I would be playing the game back then. So if I don't remember this, it is totally possible this is a newer thing that was added in. Oh, look! There's a whole family of them by the pet shop. Pet shop will be something for later. Oh, they're so cute. I'm really excited. I was so worried that the server was down and stuff like that, and instead they were just adding all this in. Clearly that was definitely going to take a few hours to update all of this, I'm guessing. I was like, is the game broken? Is the game broken? No! There's just an update going on. Alright, that's very exciting. It's adorable. I think that the music is clipped out right now. One thing that does happen with Dormal is that the music takes a few seconds, up to a minute, for the track to load back in or for another track to come in. It's just a little quirk, you have to deal with it. Right now there is no music, which is a little bit annoying because I want music background. One thing I found is that if you're in an area where the music doesn't want to work, and it's only one area that was added much later in the game's run, which has slightly weird music, what will happen is that you can make it work again by clicking the option switch music in battle, and then entering a battle will make the music come on, and that seems to fix it, but it doesn't normally happen here in Eversun. The music was playing earlier, it's just right now. So you can see now the dojo has a new master, Mr. Snowman. This one you can't fight. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. I will check in my other character if any of the other areas have decorations. So I'll check that and I'll record it. I'll go to the other big cities, which I can't access yet as Kunlun, and we will see. But for now, we do have actual stuff to do this episode. I want to change my job to a Blademaster. And at the moment, there is not much I can actually sub out. I only have Fencer, but the targeted attacks will still work. Most of them. But the elemental attacks won't because they require the sword, and you can't equip the sword as a Blademaster naturally. Alright, now I can equip that new dowel that I made. You can see that it's a little bit more of a bulky and intimidating looking weapon. I really like it. And it is now time for us to talk about Blademaster. Okay, so Blademaster is a job which is much more focused on physical attack. It's kind of like a glass cannon, but with physical attack rather than special attack, which is what you often see in games. It's the magic user who's the glass cannon. You can see my base attack right now at level 10 is 116. Meanwhile, my defense is only 30, and my evasion and accuracy are not terribly good. You have a downside here to this dowel. It does have much higher physical attack than other weapons in the game at this point. You see it's level 10 and it's already 35 with an 8 attack bonus for crafting it, whereas that's already pretty close relatively to the sword, which is level 15. So the base dowel is much stronger than other weapons. However, you also lose accuracy and evasion and attack speed for it. It's a very slow and unwieldy weapon. There are some attacks Blademaster has which can help compensate for that, and there are other jobs which have accuracy increasing stats effects which you can buff yourself with in order to compensate for it. But that's definitely something you have to keep in mind. It's not the bulkiest job, it's all about attack. And here we are, these are the main Blademaster stats. As you can see, you most benefit from putting points into power. You actually get plus free attack, which is the most in the game, I believe. You don't get a lot for physique. You get a little bit of an HP boost, and you get very little defense and magic defense from it. It's honestly quite bad. Wisdom you also don't get a lot out of, and you only get a bit of MP, You won't need a lot of wisdom as a Blademaster bow, so I would recommend just subbing in a job which has MP recovery moves. And then you can see that agility is not that great, but it is definitely something you're going to want to put some points into anyway, because it decreases the cooling time on your special attacks, and you will need that. And dexterity is going to be a good one because you have reduced accuracy already as a Blademaster, so it's a good idea to put a bit into that in order to help compensate for your lower accuracy. As you can see, the most commonly recommended builds are to either put everything into power or to focus on power, a bit of dexterity, get it to 28, which is a good base level for most jobs, and then just focus on power again. And also, some people like to put points into physique because you don't have a lot of HP for such a heavy hitting job, which is right up close to your opponent. I'm going to have to think about that. I definitely do want to get agility to a certain level since I'm playing solo, and I want that cooldown, and it will help with the evasion so the enemies will hit less, but I probably will, after I've got it to a certain base level I like, just focus on power and maybe a bit of physique. And here you can see the weapon proficiency for the Blademaster. You only have full proficiency with the saber, and just like with the fencer, the other sword, the Gen, the long sword, it's not really a long sword, whatever, the Gen, which is the other Chinese sword, which is very famous, has 80% proficiency, and everything else is not that great, except the axe actually is 80%. So you could sub in those weapons, but anything else is not going to be very good. And finally, we have to talk about the Blademaster's moves. Also, if I sometimes stumble in my words, I do apologize. I haven't recorded for quite a while and I'm still getting used to it again, so hopefully I will get better at it as I continue making this series. Please bear with me. So here we have moves which have all sorts of different effects. They're all based around wildlife. There's Growling Tiger, reduce a target's movement speed, accuracy, and evasion. It has less duration against other players. That's always the case with a lot of these moves. It's to make player versus player more fair, I suppose. I'm not interested in player versus player though, so I don't care. Fierce Bark will reduce the attack speed of the opponent. So that's actually pretty good. Since your attack speed is slow, it helps compensate for that a little bit. Menacing Moo can cause the target to lose HP every 5 seconds. I do find this to be a really good one. I love using it. Hair-Raising Hiss is also great. It reduces the target's defense. And then Eagle Shriek reduces the enemy's attack. That's also a good one because, again, you're really up close and you don't have the best defense as Blademaster. And then they will level up into higher level abilities. Roaring Lion, which could knock a target unconscious. Howling Wolf will increase your movement speed and decrease the time between attacks. Grizzling Bear will inflict heavy damage on the target, so that just does even more damage than Menacing Moo. Dragon's Call. This is actually a little thing, I'll just tell you. It's pretty common in East Asian fantasy stories for a dragon to take a much smaller form, which is a snake. You'll see it a lot. There are a lot of dramas where the dragon has to transform into a smaller form in order to disguise himself in human society or because he's injured and he looks like a snake, and the heroine or the male lead, if it's a dame, will pick him up and take care of the little snake. It's a really cute trope. And an alternate version of that is that I believe the dragon zodiac in Fruits Basket is actually a seahorse. Dragon of the sea. And then you have Phoenix Song, which will reduce normal damage received on hit by a certain percentage, and let's see, it will also recover HP for a certain amount of time, for 30 seconds, while the stat effect is gone. So that's really good. These are really good upgraded moves. It's a very good job. It's just, it is quite frail. It is quite frail. It's really a heavy hitter, it's a berserker, and you really need to have something to help compensate for that in order to be defensive. And here we have the targeted attacks, I think they're usually called. These are called the Martyr Arts, and it's really focused on harming yourself in order to increase your own stats. This one I'm not very fond of, Manic Attack. It does do a lot of damage, but it expends weapon HP and has a chance of breaking the weapon. I do not like that because, as I've said, it's not a big deal in the early part of the game when you're going to be crafting new weapons frequently, but in the later part of the game, it is much more difficult to craft very good weapons and to upgrade them and things like that. And so you want to take care of it. You want it to last as long as possible before you have to repair it. And Double-Edged Sword will hurt yourself and also reduce the weapon durability by 20 every time. So again, it's something, if you want to just buy a weapon at a store, then I suppose it's not as big a deal, but if you're crafting one and it was quite difficult to make and you put a lot into it, you don't really want to reduce its durability even faster, now do you? Berserker Blow is pretty good, and this one doesn't require the saber specifically. You can sub it onto any job immediately. It consumes HP in order to increase damage, and the higher level version just uses even more HP and has a higher level of damage. Burning Rage is very good. You increase your attack stat, and in return, you lose a certain amount of HP over time. This is an incredible ability to sub out to Martial Artist. I will talk more about Martial Artist, of course, later when I do Martial Artist, but it has the highest HP in the game. You can put this on and you barely even feel it. Plus, Martial Artist also has possibly the best HP recovery move in the game, at least for passive HP recovery. It's very good. So this is really worth remembering for subbing out onto other jobs with higher HP than Blademaster. And again, you get a better version of it. Then Focus, you trade defense to temporarily increase hit and hit. Is that like just your hit rate? And then Concentration increases magical accuracy. That's interesting. I'm not sure how worth it those are. I'm going to look at them a little bit more on the wiki first, and then I'll tell you what I think of them. I've not used these before. And then you have Lash Out, which trades a certain amount of your defense stat and your movement speed while walking across the regular map in order to increase your attack speed. And I believe that on this one and Burning Rage, the boost you get, no, on this one, the boost you get is pretty similar. I don't know if Burning Rage is the same, but the trade-off, the amount of defense you lose, will go down with every level up of the ability. So you just start getting a lower penalty for doing the same thing. It's very good. This is also excellent on Martial Artist because you're already quite agile as a Martial Artist, so you're just going hit, 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 and you can kill the enemies so quickly. It's great. And then Sneak Attack increases your movement speed, so that's more your movement speed across the map. You can actually probably, I don't know if these stack, I'll have to look into that, but these are really good moves. Blademaster is another very good starting job if you're willing to handle the fact that you are a little bit more on the frail side. All right, here we are. I need to set up a different little hotkey for the Blademaster moves now. I think number 4, and then I still have Razzle Dazzle and Toughen Magic and stuff like that applied, so I can use those. And as usual, we start out with level 1 of the special attack, Growling Tiger, and that's it. Everything else will have to level up. Alright, I think that what I'm going to do now is finish up some of the early level quests I have not done. I'm going to look in my inventory quickly because I do actually have some of these here. The Golden Globe request, I'll do it when I'm a little higher level because they're level 13. I might want to go do, not the Batlings yet either. I may want to go do the Eversun South Assault with the Forest Cuckoo Papas and Llamas. I think they'll be fine for level 10 and I can finish those off pretty easily. Also, I don't believe I ever turned in the Eversun Guides Bow Wow mission. I might have accidentally thrown out the baby Bow Wow skulls, so I might also fight the baby Bow Wows and get their bones. Whoops! It's a level 10 mission, it's fine, I'll go do that. So I'm going to go to Eversun South for now and do that, and then I will meet you there when I'm fighting some monsters and I can show off how strong Blademaster is. It's incredible. But for now, I need to just walk there. Wait, actually, I do want to quickly see if the city gate has any decorations or if it is just in the main city. I'm very curious about that, and I will check the other cities later on. I'm going to have to go grocery shopping again, which I was doing earlier today because we're probably going to get a blizzard where I live, and I want to get some extra groceries to make sure that I don't run out of anything while I can't leave the house. So I will have to go take a break from playing Domo, which is very sad. I'm so excited to be playing it again. But for now, let's just take a look. There is something! Ah! What? Cake Master? Is this a quest? Is this a special mission quest for the holidays? Hi, I am Cake Master. I want to show my cuisine at Christmas and make a big cake for children. But recently, the price of all goods and materials is running high, and that will affect my work for making the cake. Well, that's too real, thank you. I still need many flour and whipped cream. Please help me to collect the materials. Of course, I will give you some gifts. Huh. Where do you find these? I obviously don't have them. They don't tell you where you find these, though. Well, let's see. I'm really curious. It looks like this is a special holiday quest, but I don't know where to get those items. This cake is made of your donated flour and whipped cream. Because of everyone's help, I could make such a big cake. Now, everyone donates flour 0 packs, whipped cream 0 bottles. So basically this is something which maybe everyone contributes to. I'm curious. I have a suspicion that maybe monsters in the area will drop these items, that they're like a special holiday item or something. I am not sure. I don't believe that the server has any information about this at the moment. Event PAS. Oh, let's see. There's a Discord for Dream of Mirror, and it will have probably information. Well, unfortunately, I am not a member of the Discord. Maybe I should check it out. Because the Suba forums aren't around anymore for this game, and well, I have a little guess as to which enemies might be dropping items. Like, look! Oh my goodness! I'm gonna close my hotkey for a second so we can get a really good view. All 360 degrees of this poo-poo in a Christmas hat. I'm so happy. I love this update. I have a friend who's playing this game just a little bit, and they're not as super into it as me, but they do think it's cute and they love poo-poos, so I need to tell them to log in and check out the poo-poos in Christmas hats. Oh, it's so cute! Have I mentioned I love this game? I'm so happy and I'm so glad I'm getting all of this on camera, so to speak. Now I am curious. Oh, I feel so guilty killing them. Look at them. They're little babies. Well, that's just a lotus seed. That's a regular item drop. But we will find out. Oh, they're so cute. The poo-poos are the mascot of the game, so I guess if anyone was going to have a Christmas hat, it needs to be them. I'm really curious to see if any of the other poo-poos besides the main poo-poos have Christmas hats. Oh, it's so cute. I also need to take a screen cap. I do have a screenshot program that I like to use a lot, but I'll need to open that up later and do it. Oh, this is adorable. I know this is going to be a long episode just because I'm squealing over how cute everything is, but oh, I'm so excited. This is adorable. It's so cute. The flying poo-poos, they also have Christmas hats. Oh! Here we are. Let's get in a little bit closer and show them. No, let's not stand on them. Oh, they're so cute. I'm so happy. Have I mentioned how happy I am about this? Oh my goodness. They're adorable. Maybe it's just all of the poo-poo types. I need to check in some of the high-level areas, and I will record it if there is anything special in some of the other high-level areas I can't access as Kamlin. Mian Mian is level 46, so she can go almost everywhere by now. There are only a few high-level areas she can't go to yet because the monsters there would murder me, but I can do most stuff by now. So I'm really curious if some of the higher-level poo-poos also have Christmas hats. Although I might, probably not before Christmas am I going to get out of the Eversun area. The wild poo-poos also have it. Oh my goodness, I think all of the different poo-poo types have Christmas hats now. I'm so happy. Look at them, they're celebrating. You don't have to celebrate Christmas to enjoy this, it's just adorable. So what was it I needed to kill? The baby Bow Wows, which I just walked past, and the forest Cuckoo Papas. Alright, so here is Growling Tiger and it's dead! Well, great. Okay, it is level 9, so it is a little weaker than me, but still, that's pretty good. You can see now it's not doing quite as much yet, but let's see, that's magic attack, so that won't be as useful. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that I can do that is really good. I'm really looking forward to getting more of these and also working on my agility for now so that the cooldown is faster. You can see the casting interval is 20, which is not terrible, but we can definitely get it down. But you see why I say that Fencer has an incredibly good cooldown on its base moves. Its area of effect moves do have a longer cooldown, which along with the fact that it's not the bulkiest job is part of, or the most evasive job, is part of why you can't really tank mobs on your own. You can with certain jobs, but only a few, not so much the Fencer. Unless they're lower level than you. If they are a few levels lower than you, then you probably can, especially if you just want to get item drops for selling in order to make money. But yeah, absolutely. And the Forest Cucupalpas don't aggro on sight, but they will aggro if you attack one of their friends and they're nearby and see you do that. So some enemies have that, and here are bad baby Bow Wows. I think that the Eversun guide only wanted me to do regular baby Bow Wows, so I need to go up north a little bit in order to find those. Oh, whipped cream is an item drop, so you can actually give it to her, and it's just part of the event. Oh, that's so great! I always liked when games do events like this. And that's going to be really fun to play around with. This may be why when I logged in today, when I did finally log in, the item drop bonus was much lower than usual. Maybe they don't want to make it too easy for you to do the special mission. But I'm going to be grinding and training a lot today, so that's probably not an issue. I'll get Blademaster up to a certain level, and probably I will try to work on my Fencer again a little later, after working on my crafting a bit. I keep calling it crafting, it's alchemy. I suppose I find it confusing because traditional Chinese Taoist alchemy was really more about making what you would expect, the elixir that would give you eternal life. It's actually that aspect, even though in other respects it's very different from Western alchemy, or like Western alchemy has a lot of Greco-Roman influence, doesn't it? But anyway, it is very different to Western alchemy, but that is one thing that is similar. It's called the Jin Dan, the golden pill, or the golden elixir. And eventually, alchemy really went out of fashion because guess what? A lot of the ingredients in alchemy are poisonous. So people would try to get eternal life and instead they would just be poisoned and die. Instead, Neidan, which is internal alchemy, became more popular, and the idea was that you could form the golden pill, the Jindan, inside yourself in your lower dantian. I might talk more about that at another point. The game doesn't go into that sort of cultivation detail, it's just a fantasy game which is pretty loose on these details, but it is something which is sort of the genre background to this type of game, so it might be neat to talk about it. But anyway, I get confused because normally that's more what alchemy was about, and also making medicine. Whereas in Domo, the vast majority of alchemy is just about making armor and weapons. There are some medicine recipes, but not that many. And now I have leveled up for the first time, so I'm going to put a few points into agility for now. I'm actually curious. I have this set up here. What will I get if I put points into agility? I don't get attack for doing that, okay? You really just get attack for putting points into attack. That can vary by job. Some jobs, if you put points into wisdom, you get physical attack. If you put points into physique, you get physical attack. But Blademaster just needs to put points into attack. But at the moment, I would like to get agility and dexterity up, and I think next level, I will put points into power. And here we are now. I should have unlocked a few more of these. I only have 3 points, so I can only put points into one of these. Let's see, this will reduce attack speed, but I think I'm going to start with Menacing Mood because it deals more damage to the enemy, and then I'll do that one another time. Next, you get 3 points each level, so every second level you'll have 4 points instead of 4 points because the last point was not used. The wild poo-poos are so cute! Oh, and look at the little cuckoo family! I'm just so happy. I'm so happy to be playing this. I really hope it stays online for a good long time. Forever? Forever sounds good. Sounds good to me. But yes, I'm very happy about this. It's adorable, and I am going to, I promise, I will log in later as Mian Mian and check out some of the higher level areas and see if some of the other poo-poos, there are some really high level poo-poos, relatively high level poo-poos, and I want to see if they also have the little Christmas hats. So cute! Alright, I have now finished up the assault mission of the South, so I'm going to talk to the assault officer and get the little reward for it. It's not very much. So the campaign order is not a useful item. I have read up about it, and as far as I can tell, the thing is that I think that the campaign dungeons never got implemented into the game. I know that's kind of a shame, it's really weird, but as far as I can tell that's the case, so I don't believe you actually need these. If I am wrong and they have had a use since then, feel free to tell me that I'm being an idiot by throwing them out, but as far as I can tell, they're not useful yet. Or ever. And the last thing I want to do at the moment is turn in the Bad Baby Bow Wow bones to the Eversun guide, because I have not done that yet. And I don't have enough whipped cream or flour, I believe, to turn into the girl here just yet. So I'll probably wait until I've done some more of that and then we can see how that goes. Right now I've only got a few whipped creams. I have 6. Okay, I probably could turn them in, but I think she also wants flour, so that's useless at the moment. As in, I can't do it yet. And then I actually really, as I said, need to go out. So I will set Cumlin up doing some meditation in order to get red powder for more experiments with alchemy. And I will have to wait and play a little bit later. Okay, I can turn in my coupons. I didn't get much for it, but it's better than nothing. And here she has a giant cake. She needs to decorate it. All right. Just hide people so that I don't have to deal with anyone freezing. And let's see how much money I made. I didn't beat up that many monsters, but I might still have got a few items out of it, which would be sold for a decent amount. Let's see, vine rope. Oh, thing is, I might need some of these for crafting, but you know what? It's fine. I can always get more very easily. Just sell them. I need money. I'm poor. No, don't sell the whipped cream. You need that. And the soybean and the wild dog gang badge. And cypress wood is dropped by the cuckoos. It's just for selling. I know it's similar to some of the items which you actually get in the game for doing forestry, so it confused me at first. I was like, wait, why do I have wood in my inventory? Oh, never mind, it's just that, an item drop. Okay, I can't believe I forgot to turn this in. Wait, I think what happened is I turned it in with another item and he just didn't accept it. He only accepted one quest at a time. Whoops. So you can see here, it's in progress. Now I need to return these bones, and here we are. He gives you a beginner's bow for it, which I do not need. Congratulations, you've completed all the tasks. You will now get a special title. 1. Open your status window by pressing Ctrl A. Click on the title slot and you can change it to a title you prefer. When you have reached level 10 as a commoner, yes, I know that. You're an upstanding citizen. You know, I heard about a horrible murder at the bottom of the city's well. Yes, I also started that one. The mysterious elder across the street, yes, I did that too. I just wanted to turn that in. It was really annoying me that I hadn't done it. And so you do have little titles you can put onto your character. Let's see, all titles. Here. Now we got the title Ever Sunshine, and we can use that instead of Country Bumpkin, which I think sounds good. I don't particularly care to be Country Bumpkin twice. So at this stage, I'm just going to be doing meditation, and I will meet you again later in order to, I think for now, I'm going to, after meditation and some alchemy, I'm going to check out the well and do a few more levels as Blademaster. I'm up to level 13, which is a good level for fighting the golden globs, and I now have level 1 on 4 of these attacks. One more thing I did remember that I forgot to mention. Blademaster has a really useful skill, and you should save up skill points for it. At level 30, you unlock Equip Light Armor. It requires 15 points, so just keep that in mind and make sure to leave some points behind each level in order to have access to it, because many people consider light armor to be the best armor in the game. As said, I'm planning on doing a breakdown of all of the different armors and their benefits by comparing the level 50 armor sets soon, but probably not this episode. Given that I've already been talking about Blademaster as a job, I feel like having another little tutorial section is a bit overwhelming. I mostly want to have fun and enjoy these new Christmas decorations and check out the Christmas quest and stuff like that. So for now, Cumlin needs to meditate on, I don't know what she needs to meditate on. How she needs to do better at alchemy than Mian Mian, who is still only level 15 at alchemy, I believe. And she's level 46 in her highest job. I neglected it for so long and then I couldn't craft anything. It was really awkward. Alright, so wish Cumlin luck. She needs to work on her alchemy. Oh my goodness! Look, the globs also have little Christmas hats. Oh, they're so cute. Let's just get close and take a look at it. Oh, that's so cute. I'm just incredibly charmed by this. I think it's really adorable that they've done all of this. Look at him, look at him. Hello, hello. What a great holiday special. I'm really, really pleased with all of this. And I was so worried at first when I couldn't log in that there was something wrong. And it's like, no, they were just doing an update. to put all of this silly stuff in, which is adorable and I love it. I mentioned I love it. I love it. All right, time to summon my little poo-poo. Here it is. This is the Eggsploiter, and he'll only stay with me for as long as I stay in this area. Look, he has his little Christmas hat, and when you summon a monster, they do become smaller. So let's just... You can actually, this is the same command set you get for a regular pet that you actually keep forever. You can tell them to attack something alone. You can tell them to stay alert. I'm not really sure what that does. You can tell them to follow you, which is default. Use a special skill, I don't believe he has one, or to just stay in place. For instance, with a very low level pet when you first get it, you might want it to just stay in place and get experience from you while you fight. And then later on you can actually, you know, fight with them once they're strong enough. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. I'm so happy. Have I mentioned how happy I am about this? I'm very pleased. It's adorable. Alright, so we have some golden gloves to fight, and they also have Christmas hats. I am so pleased. There we are. I apologize if you can hear the sirens outside. I live on a big road which has a hospital, a police station, and the fire station is on the other road, so we get a lot of sirens, and there's really nothing I can do about that. Please stop having emergencies while I record Let's Plays. No. So there we are, we've beat another golden glob. Oh, now a grape glob has shown up. And here's my wild poo-poo's HP, so I can still see it, and he's doing fine. I'm wondering if I want to arrange these in a different order that I'll like better. For instance, this one lowers the target's defense. That's a very good one to start out with, because then every subsequent attack will do more. And then this one lowers the target's attack, so again, very useful. And then lowers the target's movement speed. I don't really have the cooldown at the moment to just spam between them, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. Alright, time to fight another one. And we can lower their defense first. Seems to have helped. Let's do Fierce Bark as well. Yeah, I don't think my little poo-poo is really contributing much, if anything, but it's okay. I just want him to keep me company. Once we're done fighting in the well, then he can just go home safely, I hope. And actually, I didn't mention this. What happens with Growling Tiger is that it actually sort of dazes the enemy. It says it just reduces their movement speed and accuracy and evasion, but actually they start running around almost like they're drunk. And it's really useful because they can't really attack you much during that stage. It's like they're... I feel bad saying it's like they're drugged, but it is like they're drugged, quite frankly. Well, here we are, time to beat up a few more of them, and I really don't have the best HP. I have told you that Blademaster does not have the best HP. Well, here's a junior vitamin pill. I'm going to put it on my little shortcut here to heal. It's not a very good one, but I made it, so I might as well use it. And we'll get to level 50 soon, and we can already upgrade the long blade, but I couldn't use it at this stage. The weapons are upgraded in stages of 5, as you already saw with the Peachwood sword, so I have to wait till I'm level 15 to upgrade it, otherwise I won't be able to use it. Well, at this stage, I might want to just put some points into pure attack next time I level up, because I have worked a bit on agility and dexterity. Oh, the MP doesn't last long. I only have a maximum of 52 MP at this stage, so really need to watch out for that. Well, I can work on that. By which I mean I can become a shaman and learn spring cleaning, which regenerates your MP, and then I can put that on my other jobs. That's what I mean. I can't really improve my MP all that much as a Blademaster. It's just not my best stat. Alright, we have the bonus GRBY. Here we are. And I'll use the super combo on the next enemy since this one is nearly done. The next enemy being the Grape Glob, of course. There we are. I actually probably should have got another level before I started fighting these guys, but it's okay. Part of it is my fault. I'm still using the low level armor, but I really want to craft it. And I I mean, also I'm too poor still to buy it. So there's that too. It's a multitude of factors. Well, at least my MP will restore when I level up, so there's that. Ta-da! And as I said, I think I'd like to just put more points into power for now. Let's do 2 into power, and I feel like there's just no point, putting points into MP because it's just not going to benefit it very much. I know that before you hit level 15, you can go back to the dojo, and the naturally gifted man will let you restore your stats to their base, and then you can reallocate all of your points. However, do I really want to do that? At the moment, I feel like I mostly need to hit harder and I need a better cooldown, so I will do 2 power and then 1 agility, I think, is fine. And let's take a look at what I've unlocked here. None of the mortar arts yet, but I do have more of these attacks. I can get Eagle Shriek, which reduces the enemy's attack stat. That's pretty good. Yes, that's attack speed, the Fierce Bark. Or I could get the next level of Growling Tiger. It only has 1 more MP, and it'll do more damage. And also the effects will last for longer. Oh, which one should I do? I think I should first get Eagle Shriek. Oh wait, I actually have enough magic points to do that. Long term, I need to save up magic points for equip light armor, but let's just do this for now because having completely base level attacks and nothing else. Was that Growling Tiger I set up first? No, it was not. Whoops. I'll reorganize that. Which one was I missing? The Hair-Raising Hiss reduces the target's defense. I wanted to use that one first. There we are. Okay. Hair-Raising Hiss is still level 1. Now let's see how much Growling Tiger does. Of course, I also have leveled up and increased my attack stat, but yeah, that does a lot now, so that's very good. And even though the Golden Globs say they're level 11, they're still probably going to give me decent experience at this stage. And the Great Globs are level 13, so they're fine. And as said, it just takes a while to learn the combos, so we need GRBY this time. I always call it Gurby. Alright, we need to do another Golden Glob. Oh, that does a lot now. 2 of those attacks pretty much get it close to dead, although also eats into my MP a lot. But yeah, oh, they're so cute. I know it's a strange thing to be like, they're so cute, but they are. They're adorable. Wow, that just completely one-shot it. Excellent. I think we dropped an item. Oh wait, there's a regular glob who spawned in. Whoops, I didn't see him there. Well, I'll just have to kill him. That's one of the things the globs do, is they just kind of explode and then another enemy spawns in their place. A little bit annoying, yeah, like that. I also need to pick up this hemp rope. There we are. Thanks to my little poo-poo, the glob is taken care of. Partially. Come on, little poo-poo. Can you take care of the other one? Well, they look like they're all attacking me, so it's fine. He's safe. I do want him to stick around, and then he can just go back to the wilderness once we're done playing together. I don't want to get him killed. That would be very mean. I do slightly resent the Great Globs because they're taking time I could be using to work on the Golden Glob mission. I still need to do 9 more of them. Oh well. Here we are, time to beat up another one, and I missed the combo. Whoops, I'll do it next time. Especially because I need to stop using special moves for a bit. I don't have enough MP left. Yeah, MP is a bit scarce in the early part of the game, if you're in a non-magic user job in particular. Oh, look, more little globs. Alright, I think I'm going to work on this mission by myself for a little bit, and I will meet you again when I need to turn it back into the Watchman and go find the Batlings, which are slightly higher level, I believe, and I think some of them can aggro, so that will be something I need to be a little bit more careful of. Alright, I have finished the Golden Glob mission, and now the Batlings are just up ahead. I doubt they will have any little hats. No, they don't, but that's okay. We need to beat some of them up. They are level 10 and they are a rare water enemy. Which actually is good because my wild Poo-Poo is Earth, so he may actually be able to do something against them. I know I'm a little too high level for him now. It's kind of interesting that you get the Golden Globe mission first. Or did I just misremember it? Maybe he did ask me to kill Batlings first. Because the Batlings are easier to fight than the Golden Globes. Oh well, I suppose it's because they can actually aggro depending on your level once they notice you attacking some of your friends, but so far it seems like we're fine. And we can run through this one much more quickly. And further back we have Pearly Tadpoles, which are a decent bit further back in the dungeon, and they are also water enemies. Wait, no, the Batlings don't aggro, it's the Pearly Tadpoles that aggro. Now I remember. Got them mixed up somehow. Anyway, I also did hit level 15, and at this point, while I'm doing a very boring, very simple little attack on that guy, oh, see, aggro! I'm going to show you quickly, I did unlock some of the martial arts, but they're not the ones I like. We have Maniac Attack, which expends weapon HP and has a chance of weapon breaking, and Focus, which trades defense to increase accuracy. And again, I feel like there are better things to put your points into, so I'm not going to bother with that. I could level up some of my attack skills more, but I do want to start saving skill points. I know that level 30 is a long way away, but I don't want to reach a point where I need a lot more skill points and I don't have them and I have to really grind to get them. To specifically get them, like, I don't really want to play as Blademaster right now, but I do want skill points, so that would be a little bit annoying. It's good to keep that in mind, especially because it does take longer to level up in the higher levels. Like right now, I'm roaring through it. The fact that I'm stopping to poke at things and look at them and commentate is making this take a lot longer than it normally would, actually. I normally could probably have more jobs leveled up to the 15 or 20 mark already. And of course I can't make the level 15 gear because I want to craft it and I don't have my alchemy at a high enough level yet. I also would need to buy more materials I need to collect more materials, which takes time. But here we are, we're already almost 10 way through the Batlings. They have much less HP than the Golden Globes and much lower defense, so they're easier to fight. Also, they're only level 10. Again, why do I fight the Golden Globes first? That seems backwards. But we're doing well, and my little Poo-Poo actually is helping me here. Oh, we get the whipped cream. That's for the little cake mission thing. I don't really know what to expect of that one. I don't recall any holiday missions in the past, so I can't say what they might be like. Yes, you do get guano. You can actually heal with it. It's a very strange item because real guano is actually poisonous, isn't it? Yep, you can use it to recover HP, but I'm just gonna sell it, of course. Don't need that agate, waste of time. And here we are. There are some recipes in the well, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to find them easily. That room there, if that's the side room, will have the first recipe. Looks like there are 2 forks in the path here. Oh, and I need to get these items. Wait, no, I don't need the tiger's eye. Alright, so let's take a look here. Now this looks like it's the next main room. So I'm going to guess that this area is a side room which closes off and should have a recipe pot in it. That's usually how it goes in these mazes, in which I get lost all the time. But let's just try and see if I can find it. Here it is, indeed. Let's see, which one is this? Wooden helmet. That is for the heavy armor. It's the first level of heavy armor, level 10. So that was fine. Let's kill one Batling. Didn't drop an item, okay. Well, at this stage, I think I'm just going to kill some more Batlings, and then I will go turn in both missions, and at that point we can check out the deeper part of the well and the Pearly Tadpoles. I'm not ready to fight the boss, probably. I think that the first boss is level 17, and then there's another boss in there which is even slightly higher level, so I'm definitely not ready for it. But we can at least do the Pearly Tadpole mission. Alright, that only took about another minute or so after I turned off, and now we're back at the Watch Captain, and I can give him the mission status for both of these. The Batlings. Wait, I didn't finish the Golden Globes? Did I just need one more? Oh, I must have been at 29. That is so awkward. Oh well, they're not that far. We get some more monster trapping mirrors and we get experience points. And here we have a record sheet for all of the missions now. Yay. More stuff to put in my inventory. Oh well, that's fine. And here's the Pearly Tadpole mission. I'll go get that before I head deeper into the well again. I need to kill how many of them? 40? Well, that'll take a bit longer. Yep. Oh well, I can do that. And here is the little mission thingy. I'm very articulate, thingy. So here we are. I've only done the batlings. I was 1 away from the golden globs. I just misread it. I thought it said 30. I don't know how you misread 29 as 30, but I did, okay? So the well is a little bit confusing to navigate if you have a bad sense of direction like me, because all you see here are the locations of enemies. You do see these little locations on the map, but you can't click on it, and there's no visuals beyond here are some enemies, but you can follow the path that the enemies are, and you can also see when some of the higher level enemies are spawning, and that will tell you if you're going into the deeper area of the dungeon, or here there are only globs. That tells me that's the lower area of the dungeon and will lead me to the exit, and here are the batlings, so that's again a higher level area. So that's pretty much the only way I can navigate the area in these dungeons, and I don't do a great job of it, but I'm trying my best. Alright, there we are now with 2 strikes of the special skills and a few extra swings of the sword. We should be able to take care of the golden glob. And now the mission is completed. Now we have a purple glob. Of course we do. Grape glob. They look purple, so the purple glob works as a name. Oh no, if he goes into the water too far, if he drops an item, I won't be able to pick it up. How dare he? Wait, no, my little poo-poo is following him. No, he's following me. Okay, good. There's a limit to how far I can walk into that water, and if an item spawns too deep, I won't be able to pick it up, so I really want that. I'm poor, I need more money. See? We got 1 sugar. That was really worth the extra fuss. Not particularly, but it's fine. So now the batlings are going to be down here, and then the batlings are going to attack my poo-poo, which is a bit of a shame because I can't draw him back. If I draw him back, he'll just be gone forever. So what can we do? I want to now find the pearly tadpoles, which are going to be much deeper. It is actually a fair bit deeper into the well that you find the pearly tadpoles. Let's see. I'm trying to remember which way it is. Looks like this is, I think that was the room I was in before, where I found one of the recipes. This looks like a different area. I don't remember that tree, or was this the room I was in before? If so, that would be embarrassing, but I think this is a different room with a recipe. Yes, here are wooden bracers. These are again for the first level of heavy armor. Come on, little poo-poo, just ignore the batlings. They can barely hurt you, it's fine. What we need to do is get out of here and find the pearly tadpoles. They are deeper into the well. I'm gonna get lost. All right, batling. There's still batlings up here, so that means that we're not out of the good area. Batling, 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 batling. I do remember that there's a little bit of a wooden bridge. Oh, I think this is where I was before. I told you I'd get lost. All right, I do remember there was a wooden bridge you need to use in order to get across to where the pearly tadpoles are, or like there's a bridge and there's a lot of water in that area. And where is my little poo-poo? Here he is. Okay, if we just keep running, the batlings will lose track of him and they won't be able to hit him too hard. So we need to do that. Maybe it's this way. It's definitely not here. We can't swim that. I love how I'm floating, but I still can't go over the water. Oh well. Let's see, is it here? No. I've probably already got this pot. I've been here before. You see, I have no sense of direction. There's a map on the wiki, but when this is all I've got to work with to determine my own location, how useful is that? I need a GPS. I don't think they've invented GPS in this world, but I would still like a GPS, please. Let's see, is this the area maybe? Well, this is a very big chamber. I don't recall it, so maybe? Do we need to go through here? Or maybe it's just another place I've already been. No, here. This is a little bit different. Finally. So as said, there is a little bit of a bridge over here. And we can find a merchant here. Now this merchant actually sells recipes and I don't have the money to buy any, I believe. Yep, he sells the wooden shield, the apprentice's robe, which is the level 15 robe set, and then the cotton slacks, again, level 15 robe set, and I do not have the money for it, so forget it. I will remember that it's here and get it some other time, I think, but at the moment, it's no good. You know, I might be able to find those in the field. I think some of these you can buy or you can find them in the field. It's kind of both, but we'll see. I think there might be another vase in this area. Yes, there is. Wooden shoes. Again, that is the heavy armor. It actually makes a lot of sense for it to be here because you can only become a mercenary when you go to Swan Lake Basin, which is another area entirely from Eversun. So, you know, you probably won't need the recipe immediately. So for it to be in a dungeon, which takes a little bit of time to get to, is not that big a deal. You know, I thought there would be more battlements around here. I'm just trying to find where I go to find the pearly tadpoles, and I am lost. Again, it's not a terrible shock that I'm lost. Okay, that's definitely not the way. No, don't fight the golden glob, you silly baby. I see. I hope this is not the same bridge. I think this is a different bridge. Just a bunch of golden globes, and here's another recipe. Alright, I think the entire heavy armor set must be in here. Oh, we better get away from here. It must be to that other turn over here. Wait, I can't see. There we are. So maybe here is where you go? This is my fault. I have a very bad sense of direction. I have to admit that, so what can I say? Here we are, pearly tadpoles. They are level 12 and they are water, so actually my poor wild poo-poo, who is now doing really poorly, would be good against them if he weren't so wimpy. He's actually missing them a lot. I suppose the level difference is a bit too high for him. At this point, he's really just here to keep me company, and when he gets too damaged, I will just send him away, and then he'll have to go home by himself, I suppose. But here are the pearly tadpoles. They also aggro once you attack some of them. But this part of the area is a bit quiet, so it's not a big deal. Probably get to level 16 soon, and again, I'm still wearing my level 10 light armor, which is absolutely beautiful on the Sylph. It's the best. I mean, the Sylph pretty much gets the best armor most of the time. It's great. I love being a Sylph. There's a reason I chose it back when I started playing as a... I was a teenager when I started playing it. Oh gosh, it's been a long time. I feel so old saying that. The internet makes everyone feel old. What can you say? Because everything just moves so quickly. Oh, that is now completely useless. Looks like the pearly tadpole actually does hit a fair bit, even though it's not super strong. Well, you can recover more quickly by sitting down, both your MP and your HP, so I'm going to do that. And I'm really tempted to dismiss my little wild poo-poo pet, even though I love him very much. I also don't want him to die. That would be not very good pet ownership, would it? Alright, I need some tea. I've been talking a lot these past few days while doing recording, so I need to make sure I have enough to drink to lubricate my throat. Well, good thing my HP is nearly back up because the pearly tadpole also wants to attack us. So they actually do just aggro on sight, although I think he might have attacked my poo-poo. Again, he's kind of not the best in this area. I may have to send him away soon. So sad. I believe there's probably another recipe pot a little bit deeper in the well, but at this point we're mainly going to be finding some of the bosses, which I'm not quite strong enough with my wimpy armor to take on. You can actually take enemies on which are higher level than you if you have good gear, but I don't. I'm still in my level 10 armor, so that's a terrible idea. I would rather not die. Thank you very much. Alright, at this point I'm just going to fight some pearly tadpoles, and I will meet you again in a bit, and let's try not to get myself killed. I told you this job is a bit of a glass cannon, but with physical attacks. I really don't have the best HP. Pearly tadpoles aren't even that strong, not really. Oh, there's another pot there, but I feel like we're going to get a lot of aggro if we go for it. Oh. Well, I'm also getting close to level 16, so that's nice. You know how embarrassing it would be to die to these pearly tadpoles? They're not even that strong, but I really want to get that other pot. You know, I feel like they're not attacking me, they're attacking my little poo-poo. Yeah, that seems like what's going on, because he's too low level for this area by now. The level 10 monster trapping mirrors aren't really that useful. So the feathered cap is actually the level 20 hat for the clothing. So that's actually a really good item to get the recipe for. I won't be able to make it yet. But yeah, that's actually a really good recipe. It seems like this is a slightly higher level area. And you know what? I'm going to have to send my little poo-poo away. Not only is he getting... Wait, can I send him away? I don't really want to recycle him. That sounds very mean. But killing him also is mean. And if I keep dragging him around here, he will be killed. He's not strong enough. I have made a dilemma for myself. I don't know how to safely dismiss my wild poo-poo and not get him killed. And also, I keep taking damage. I really am very frail. Also, the vitamin A pill is not very useful. So there's that. Probably should have got some of the level 10 pills. There is a higher level pill which is level 10, and I think it does 80 HP? Yeah, I think so. So I really should have got some of those, but... Alright, you know what? Bye-bye, little poo-poo. Would I like to return? Yes. Which means that he's gone now. He'll never come back. And the pearly tadpole is attacking me. I thought they only attacked my poo-poo. But he's getting killed. It's mean. But you can see now the exploiter is gone. It does not come back, which is a shame, but there's nothing you can do about it. So let's just test. Do they aggro on me, or was it just my poo-poo? No, they do. Oh dear. Okay. Wow. Even though they're really not that strong, they do have magic attack. So I guess that's where some of the problem comes in. How do I get out of here? I'm actually going to die. In this low level area, that's so embarrassing. But they have magic attack and I have no magic defense. So it doesn't work very nicely, does it? Okay, let's just try to get out of here. Maybe. Or at least get to a quiet spot where I can teleport out. This is so embarrassing. Well, these things happen, I suppose. Oh my goodness, there's the boss. The man-eating spider. But I'm definitely not tough enough for it. So that's great. I went to entirely the wrong area. I was trying to go out. Okay, let's get this recipe since it's right here. Feather sandals, those are the shoes for the martial artist. Not the martial artist, just the clothing. And, oh goodness, I'm gonna have to teleport out. This is embarrassing, but I don't have the magic defense or the anything to deal with this, and my armor is level 10, so it's useless. I'm gonna have to go get out of here for now. I'm really not doing well. Oh dear. Well, that's wonderful. Well, you know, I always get in over my head when I play Domo, and I've done it again. I get to feel really proud. I'm gonna look at that man-eating spider. What level is he? Don't go after him, he's level 17. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't really think I can take him on. Not with the pearly tadpoles also going aggro on me, and... Yay, you get to see my character's head when everything else hasn't actually loaded in. That's the fault of messing with the camera, though. You have other camera modes which don't do that. Oh my god, the music was too quiet this whole time. I am so sorry. I must have changed it while I was doing something AFK and I just completely forgot to turn it back. Well, that's very awkward. I'm so sorry. So here is mode 1, which you can't really see much of now in this area. And the thing is, you don't have as much field of view at the top, and I like being able to adjust that. Because there's a lot to see in the upper area. I prefer free camera mode, even though it can be a little wonky at times. It just gives me way more freedom to see everything. And sometimes also do ridiculous things like this, like set the camera under the water. Oh, alright, so I really have bitten off more than I can chew here, haven't I? Oh, yep. Now all three of these guys are attacking me, although I can hit them pretty hard. Oh, they hit really hard. I have the weak armor and I'm also just not ready for it. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to kill these guys quickly and then run away. Once I have a little bit of space, I can go use the teleporter. Alright. Well, that's great! Let's try to not die while I'm using the portal penny. There we are. I managed not to get myself killed. Barely. And I am going to sell all of the stuff I got in the well. It won't add up to very much yet because you need to be higher levels to really benefit from some of this stuff, but it should at least do something. And yeah, I may need to level Blademaster up a little bit more. Definitely not tough enough. Oh, I do need the wild... No, I don't need the wild hide anymore. I'm here for sugars. If I need anything, I will just go find it. Kill some monsters. It's no problem. Oh, Valencia will sell a wobbly jelly for a better price, but I can sell the guano. Hey, that's not too bad, at least for this part of the game. And I have poo-poo coupons, so now I have free K, which is not very much, but it's better than nothing. However, I feel like I'm at the point where I absolutely have to get better armor for both Fencer and Blademaster, otherwise I'm just going to be destroyed by everything. Sometimes you can make do if you have healing spells from other higher level healing jobs. You can make do with the level 10 armor until you hit level 20. Because it actually goes in increments. For instance, you can get some of it at level 18, some of it at level 19, and then only the top piece is at level 20. So you can make that work for a while until you start leveling into the higher level armor, but I'm just too frail for it at the moment. I don't have any healing abilities from other jobs, etc. So, you know, I have two options. One, spend a bit of time AFK working on my alchemy and get it leveled up and get the level 15 light armor, or get a healing job. Which one, I'm not sure, but I think for now, I've definitely hit the limit of what I can do without do in higher level areas without improving my armor. So I think I'm going to end the episode for now. It's already quite long, I've definitely done a lot, and we can spend in the next episode some more time exploring the cute Christmas decorations and all of the monsters with very adorable appearances. But for now, Kunlin needs to work on her alchemy. You've always got to work on your alchemy. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please join me again next time. Until then, bye!